There's been a lot of breaking news out of Atlanta today. They have made three big moves. First, they extended Austin Riley to a 10-year deal worth $210 million. And just now, they have made two trades. One for Jake Odorizzi, where they are giving the Astros Will Smith in return, and they are acquiring Robbie Grossman from the Tigers for left-handed pitcher Chris England. Very exciting, very, very exciting. We are we're going to cover this right here on Bleacher Brawls. It's some very exciting moves for the Braves, and their future is looking bright. They're looking like they're ready to contend again this year, obviously. And yeah, some big moves by the Braves. Lock up one of their key pieces of the future, and to add on to this current core they have to try and go and win a World Series again this year. My name is Derek. You're watching Bleacher Brawls, and we're going to get right into all three of these moves made by the Atlanta Braves today. So let's start with the easy one to cover. Austin Riley. 10-year deal, $210 million, a team option for $20 million. It's I think a team option for $20 million. In the last year of the deal, I think it was, or maybe it was 22, something like that. But essentially, Austin Riley is now locked up for the next 10 years after this year. Actually, 11 when you consider the club option. So very good move by the Braves to lock him up. And they've done it before with Acuna, with Albies, even with Freddie Freeman before. Not this offseason, this past offseason. I mean, like way earlier with Freddie Freeman. They did it with Matt Olson once they acquired him. They're doing it again with Austin Riley. Makes a lot of sense for them to do. And he's in the MVP conversation this year. He's already at 29 homers. He hit 33 last year. Already got 29. So that's massive for the Braves to get him locked up before they have any worries. Before they have any worries about him leaving, they get him now, and it's gonna be interesting. That's a long time to have a guy locked up, but he's only 25 years old, and he should be fine throughout the life of his contract. However, it is a little interesting. Gives the Red Sox a little bit of a comp for a Rafi Devers contract. When my Red Sox go and try and offer Devers a contract, as a Red Sox fan, if I want them to resign Devers, this is going to be a comp that they use, I'm guessing. Now, I'm not going to speak too much on this deal because everyone knows Austin Riley's a very good player, one of the best players in the National League. MVP conversation. But let's move on to the trades. We'll start with the first one that was announced. That the Braves are acquiring Jake Odorizzi from the Houston Astros for Will Smith, their left-handed reliever. Not the Will Smith that slapped Chris Rock. Not the Will Smith that's the catcher for the Dodgers. Will Smith, the left-handed relief pitcher. It's a good move considering that it seems like the Braves are going to move Strider back to the bullpen. Especially too, they want to limit his innings. It seems they don't want to push him too much in his rookie season, so they move Strider back to the bullpen. Odorizzi takes that spot in the rotation, works out. And he's a solid starter. He's not like anything special, but he's a solid starter. And, you can't go wrong with that. You do have to give it Will Smith, which the Astros did need a left-handed reliever in their bullpen. Can really use Will Smith. But the Braves have a plethora of relievers. They have more than enough. They got Jansen. They have McHugh. They have, Matzik. They have a bunch of guys there. So it's not a problem. When we talk about Odorizzi to the Braves, just like I said, gives them a solid starter. And we talk about Will Smith to the Astros. Smith gives them, a solid reliever who can be a setup man to get the game, to the ninth inning with a lead, hopefully for the Astros, so they can win games. And they're going to be in the playoffs. The Astros are looking very good. They already made two moves today with the trading, where they traded for Trey Mancini and they traded for Christian Vasquez. Now they are going in getting Will Smith. They do have to give up Jake Odorizzi, but they have a plethora of starters, so they were fine being able to trade Jake Odorizzi, and they bring in Will Smith and a needed left-handed bullpen option. So the last move we're going to talk about, okay, go 1, 2, 3. So the last move we're going to talk about is obviously Robbie Grossman to the Braves from the Tigers, and the Tigers getting England, the left-handed pitcher. Really just going to talk about Grossman's effect on the Braves. Braves get a switch hitter, has been good against lefties this year, struggled against righties, kind of struggled all year long, but it can be a solid platoon guy, can pinch hit against lefties. And it's similar to last year with the Braves. Just go get a bat. Just get a bat. They don't have to be amazing. Just get bats. They're gonna help you out in the postseason run. It worked for them last year with Soler and Duvall and Rosario and Peterson. They're doing it again this year. Just stocking up on bats, and that's huge for them. And you surround it with their core of Olsen and Riley on the corners, and Albies and Swanson up the middle, and we have Acuna in the outfield, and Michael Harris is looking good. Like you just surround. You put good bats. You have William Contreras and you have Travis d'Arnaud, who can both catch. They can both DH. Yeah, just very very like a very good idea. Just go out and get bats. Figure out a way to play them. If they don't play, you got a good bat off the bench. You got a good pinch hitter. Obviously, pinch hitting is not going to be as important now in the National League without the pitcher hitting, but you still want to have guys who can go in and get a hit when you need them to, or at least put in a good situation for them. Say, you know what, I want this guy to pinch hit for this guy. This guy struggles against lefties. This guy's good against lefties. So let's do that and let them go. Nothing wrong with that. I think that makes total sense. So yeah, that seems that seems to make sense. Now, I don't think the Braves are done. I still think they have a move left in them. I don't know what it would be, but I still feel like they have a move left in them. It's gonna be interesting. They still have now. It's interesting. They have Albies signed through 2025 with 2 years of club options. After that, they have Acuna through 2026 with 2 years of club options. They have Olsen through 2029 with a club option, I think, for 2030, and they have Riley now signed through 2032 with a club option for 2023. Very interesting, considering they have all these guys locked up long term, but Dansby Swanson's still not locked up. Michael Harris, they have the 6 years of control, so he'll be there for a while, regardless, even if they sign him to extension or not. Now they just get Dansby Swanson really to lock up if they can. And pitching wise, they have very good pitching as well. The Braves are good, and they're going to be good for a long time. They don't look like they're getting worse anytime soon. And obviously the Mets have challenged them in the NL East this year, but the Braves are making a run at them. They're getting closer. And, this Braves team goes on a run like it did last year, it's going to be hard to stop them. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. Overall, great day for the Braves. Good moves. And getting Riley, I think, is the big one. Getting Riley to sign that extension is the really big one. But yeah, make sure to check out all the links in the description, all the Bleacher Brawls links, the website, podcast, Instagram, and Twitter. Plus, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we post. Doing a lot of stuff around trade deadline, putting up a lot of content. So this is great, great for you guys, getting a lot of content out of us. So yeah, make sure to check out everything, all our stuff that we put out. Very good content. For Bleacher Brawls, I'm Derrik. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.